What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Rivian. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, break it down on what is really moving it, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Rivian is up 18.3%, 1371 the low, 1569 the high. So it is breaking out, and as well at the same time a lot of volume. So currently 21 or almost 22 million shares being traded within the first 30 minutes of the trading day. So today is an absolute epic day. The only thing that has come out was this right here. So their Q4 production and delivery numbers. So a couple of things to note: in Q4 they did produce 12,727 vehicles, delivered 14,183. So kind of getting rid of that fear from Q3, saying that there's a little bit of lack of demand. This clearly says F you to that. And not only kind of that, but 49,476 produced in 2024 in its entirety, 51,579 delivered. Once again, saying F you to that whole that there's a demand issue, and it did come in a little bit higher than their guidance, not their original guidance, but their adjusted one, between 47 and 49. And even better, it says, in addition, the previously discussed shortage of a shared component on the R1 and RCV platforms is no longer a constraint on Rivian's production. So best case scenario played out for Rivian. So this is why it is going up and up. Aside from that though, you have shorts not really doing all that much. They're kind of torn. I feel like especially shorts with Rivian, they've been really anticipating negative data to come out. So this might be a very big surprise to them. So right now they are kind of increasing, only 7,000 shares, drop in the bucket, considering 137.47 million shares overall are being shorted. 18.48% of the free floats being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 0.91, and then utilization is 64.29. So near the second half of the day, I would anticipate shorts to really start to return some shares, prompting the price to go up even further. So let me know your viewpoint on that. As far as options goes, obviously the market's only been open 30 minutes, so take that with a grain of salt, but 11 million in calls, 1.76 million in puts, 58% of all the options being done today so far are optimistic in nature. And of those call options, there's a consensus for it to be back at that 16, and even for $18 to become realistic by January 17th, 2025, and also for February 21st, 2025. So that's encumbering clearly the actual earnings. So we'll just have to wait and see how that does all play out. But big money is definitely getting behind this news. So these are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. I know it doesn't seem like all that much, but for Rivian, especially recently, this is a nice change of events. Plus, you see a nice string of buying first thing. So again, big money is definitely getting in. One thing to really watch for though is Rivian always has these very aggressive spikes, but usually fails to really hold the gains. So as far as some strong support and resistance points with it at 15.59 right now, it is trading between this R2 and this R1. So $14.95 is going to be that next strong support. Flip side, 15.89 is going to be that next strong target / resistance. So if it does gain some momentum, or possibly even shorts return some shares, prompting the price to go up even further, if it is able to get above this 15.89, then this is where going forward you'll see a nice push to that 17 based on the options as well. That's what's kind of anticipated. So yeah, exciting times might be coming down the pipeline for Rivian. And even worst case scenario, if it does do what Rivian usually does and just consolidates, I don't think there's anything overly wrong with that. And it's been a while since I've done a Rivian video, so I'll give you a quick overview of some of the recent ratings and everything that you need to know. So through tip ranks, it does show the last rating was actually just today. So $12 hold, Trieste and Jordan. Somehow it always glitches with Jordan, so it doesn't show their rating. But aside from that, 14 days ago, 16 days ago, 18, 13, 16, and 13, Barclays, Robert, and Goldman. and Dan has a 38% success rating, Ben 40, and then Mark has a 62% success rating. So as a consensus, $14.68 is that target, and that does work out to be a 5.72% downside. So hopefully with these numbers, and more specifically this right here, you'll see a kind of increase in attention from analysts. Hopefully we'll just have to wait and see, but they also did announce their earnings on a side note February 20th, so that's going to be fairly good, so stay tuned for that. That should cause some volatility, hopefully in the positive aspect. But on the actual chart, because of today's push, it is now officially above that ALMA, so that blue line right there. And even aside from that, it was looking fairly good in general. So above all the key pivotal moving averages that I generally like to look at, it is above that super trend, so it does have algorithmic trading on its side as well. So not really much negative points to say with the recent consolidation that's been happening with Rivian, and kind of across the board you have the stochastic RSI very oversold, so that's really adding in today's push higher. So yeah, I think everything's turning out for Rivian. So let me know your thoughts, if you are buying, if you are selling. I myself, I did some covered calls as soon as I saw it to go up, so I kind of locked in some of my shares. I haven't really done all that much with my Rivian common stock, but I did sell some 16 just in case, because yeah, historically I think Rivian does pull back, but this time seems to be somewhat different. We'll just have to again wait and see. But what's your overall thoughts on these numbers? Do you think that they're good? Do you think it's bad? What is your overall just general thoughts on all of this? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. I give buy signals on stocks, options, or crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers, so pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.